Good morning, children. I believe you all have gone through your previous lesson. Food, where does it come from? Isn't it? The lesson was quite interesting and very informative also. You children would have learned what vegetable is obtained from which part of the plant and what are the animal resources which are giving us food, and also about herbivorous, omnivorous and carnivorous. If we were at school, we would have written the classwork, we would have some test, etc. But since it's going to be a pandemic time, now we are going to move to the next lesson now. We are not going to do any other exercise. The assignment I have given in the previous one, you complete it, do the book back exercise also, go through the lesson often. Now let me teach you the next lesson, that is going to be your components of food, isn't it? So food you learned in the previous one, how it is obtained. So what are the things present in the food that you are going to learn in this lesson? So you know that food gives us energy. Without food you cannot live. So what is there in that food to give you that energy? So that's what you are going to learn in this chapter. The food contains nutrients. What are nutrients? Nutrients are substances that are needed by our body for proper growth and healthy body functioning. Let me repeat it again. Nutrients are substances that are needed by our body for proper growth and healthy body function. So, the food contains the nutrients that are essential for our body. So, let us see what are the nutrients present in the food. There are 6 components present in the food. They are carbohydrates, fats, proteins, vitamins, minerals, roughage, or you call it as dietary fibers also. Apart from that, water. So these are the nutrients present in the food. What are the 6 nutrients present in the food? Carbohydrates, fats, proteins, vitamins, mineral, roughage or dietary fibers, fiber-rich food, and water. So these are the nutrients present in the food, and different food may be rich in different nutrient. Now we are going to see how these nutrients are helpful and what are present. So let us first learn about carbohydrates. First we told that food contains many components. No? First one is going to be carbohydrates. Carbohydrates only provide you energy. So the rice which you are eating, it contains lots of carbohydrates. That's why we are eating the main food as rice. சாதம் தான் நிறைய சாப்பிடுவோம், isn't it? We add everything to that rice only, so that rice gives you lots of energy. Carbohydrates provide energy to your body, which keeps it going throughout the day. So you can be energetic throughout your day. You can feel that the girl, she's keeping on skipping because she has added lots of carbohydrate to her food. There are 2 major types of carbohydrates, that is sugar and starch. Now, what are the 2 types of carbohydrates? Sugar and starch. Sugar is nothing but the simple carbohydrate. Starch is a complex carbohydrate. So where can this simple carbohydrate you found? You find in fruits, honey and table sugar. These are all simple carbohydrates. Sugar, honey and fruits. Whereas if you take starch, which is a complex carbohydrate, it is found in rice, especially in rice, wheat, corn, potato, bread, etc. These are all found in the, these are all contain complex carbohydrates. So, we eat the plant products containing sugar and starch. Our digestive system breaks down into glucose. This glucose, which is the simplest form of sugar, is then absorbed into the blood and provide us energy. So, when we eat plant products, what contains? That contains sugar and starch. Our digestive system breaks into that starch or sugar into glucose. This glucose is nothing but the simplest form of sugar and is absorbed by our body to give us energy. So you can have an activity to see the sugar in the food items. See, to test the presence of sugar in the food item, what are the materials required? Food sample, any food, rice, bread, etc. Benedict solution, it is a solution in our laboratory. There is a Benedict solution that is found in our laboratory, test tube and Bunsen burner. So if you observe, depending on the amount of sugar present, the Benedict solution, which is blue in color, what is the color of the Benedict solution? Blue. It turns green, that is a low sugar content, yellow, medium sugar content, or brick red, high sugar content. If the food substance is going to be low sugar content, it will turn into green. If it is going to be a medium sugar content, it will turn into yellow. But if it is having a high sugar content, the food is having high sugar content, then it will turn into brick red. So that you can know the amount of sugar present in the food. Lower in the green. What is the color of the Benedict solution? Blue. That blue will turn into green when it is low and yellow when it is medium sugar content. Brick red when it is going to be the high sugar content. Did you understand the activity, children? Now, let us see about one, one more activity. Let us see. To test the presence of starch in food item, food sample, dilute iodine solution, test tube and Bunsen burner. The food sample turns bluish black in the presence of starch. If you add iodine to the food which you are eating, if you add iodine to the rice, it will turn into bluish black, showing that the food contains starch. Even to the potato, if you add iodine, it will turn into bluish black, showing that the food contains carbohydrate, starch. Next comes fats. Like carbohydrates, fats are also energy giving foods. They are high energy giving foods. They give you lots of energy. Eating of fats can be harmful. Too much of fat can be harmful. There are two types of fats. One is saturated and the other one is unsaturated. So saturated fats are fats that are solid at room temperature. So saturated fats are those which are solid at room temperature. Example, butter, ghee. Some are unsaturated fats which are liquid at room temperature, as the picture indicates. Oil, meat, these are all unsaturated food substances, fat substances. So fat is a very high energy giving product. There are two types of fats, saturated, unsaturated. Saturated fats are normally solid at room temperature. Example is butter and ghee, whereas unsaturated fats are liquid at room temperature. Example can be nuts, butter, cheese, fats, etc. So even milk, fish, egg also contain fats. Our body needs little amount of fat, but too much of eating fat will be harmful. So you should not eat too much of fat. What will happen if you eat too much of fat? It will lead to a condition called obesity. Obesity will be formed when you are going to add too much of fat. That is, you are becoming fat. Gunda obesity. Obesity is the condition when there is too much of fat in our body. Obesity may lead to heart diseases. So we should not have too much of fat in our body. So there is an activity to see the presence of fat. That is, materials needed are food sample and a sheet of filter paper. Just apply the food on this filter paper. You can see that oily stain, no? That appears, that then shows that the food contains fat. So if you take any item, samosa or that we are buying also, if it has oil, if you keep it on a paper, what will happen? The oil will be absorbed by the paper and become transparent. No, that oily stain proves that the food contains fat. Next important thing is proteins. And proteins are very much needed for young children. Why? Because it is helping to grow and repair your tissues. They are needed for muscle building and repair worn out tissues. Our muscles, organs, even blood are made up of mostly proteins. Our muscles, organs, and even blood are made up of proteins mostly. If we do not eat proteins, our body will not be able to repair the damaged cells. If you are not eating proteins properly, quickly there will not be recovery if there is any damage in the tissues. Protein in our diet come from both animal and plant sources. So you can see that protein, if you eat nuts also, it is going to be a protein, or egg or milk is also a protein. So there are two sources of protein available. One is animal source, other one is the plant source. Animal source, milk, egg, etc. Plant sources or nuts especially. So pulses, soya beans, grams and nuts are plant sources, whereas meat, fish, egg and milk are animal sources. So we need protein for the growth and repair of our tissues. So that only young children need lots of protein rich food. அதனால உங்களை கடலை, வேர்க்கடலை எல்லாம் சாப்பிட சொல்றது, so that you will get your muscles stronger and you will grow taller, and if your worn out tissues will be repaired quickly. So that is about the proteins. Then we are going to talk about the activity for proteins. Now, if you take a food sample, for example, we have taken egg white. Copper sulfate solutions is available in our laboratory. We should add sodium hydroxide, test tube and Bunsen burner are the materials needed. The food sample will turn purple or violet. When the egg white is added with copper sulfate solution and sodium hydroxide, it will turn into purple or violet, which indicates that the food contains protein. எப்படி ஃபுட்ல protein இருக்கு, அந்த protein உள்ள ஃபுட்டை எடுத்துட்டு if you add copper sulfate and sodium hydroxide, you will know that the food contains protein if it turns into purple or violet. Next we are going to talk about the activity. Next time we completed the proteins, we are going to move to the vitamins. So vitamins which are very very important for our body, we have to eat lots of vitamin rich food like the what and all you are going to eat. All fruits and vegetables are going to be a vitamin rich food. In vitamins are needed for proper functioning of our food. We call vitamins as a protective food. It protects us from diseases. They help in keeping our eyes, bones, teeth and gums healthy. There are 13 vitamins, each of which has a specific function. We have 13 vitamins. Every vitamin has its own function. So even this coronavirus, it is made up of protein, they are telling, no? So the protein is, the vitamins will kill the disease fight. It is a disease fighting one. So they are called as protective food. Now we are going to see two types of vitamins, fat soluble and water soluble. Fat soluble and water soluble. So fat soluble vitamins are vitamin A, D, E and K. Whereas water soluble vitamins are vitamin B1, B2, B3, B6, B12 and folic acid. So water soluble vitamins are B1, B2, B3, B6, B12 and folic acid are the water soluble vitamins. Together we call it as vitamin B complex. Vitamin B complex. And vitamin C are also water soluble vitamins, and it is not stored in the body. These need to be regularly supplied through the food items like citrus fruits, spinach and other greeny leafy vegetables. Lack of vitamins can cause deficiency diseases. So that's why I told you they are protective food. They protect you from diseases. Lack of vitamins causes deficiency diseases. If you take fat soluble vitamins, they are stored in the fat tissues of our body. They come into action only when they are needed and are used only when the body needs them. Our body prepares vitamin D in the presence of sunlight. That's why we have to go in this early morning sunlight, and late evening sunlights are good for your health because it provides you vitamin D. Lack of vitamins will cause deficiency diseases. So together vitamin B2, B6, B3, B12 and folic acid, you call it as B complex, vitamin B complex. So vitamin C should be constantly, continuously it has to be supplied to your body, which is in the citrus fruits, lemon, etc. So that your body will have all the vitamins. Now going to the part of minerals. How the vitamins, minerals are also very important. It helps our body to stay healthy. There are many minerals. Some are macro minerals. Micro minerals means trace minerals. You call them as trace minerals. So where are these minerals obtained? The primary one is salt. Salt is an source of mineral only. What mineral it is giving, you know? Sodium. Sodium salt. Sodium is the mineral obtained from the salt. Just like vitamins, mineral also help our body to stay healthy. It protects our bones, teeth and blood cells and helps in maintaining normal heartbeat. Minerals help in maintaining our bones, teeth, blood cells and also in the normal heartbeat. There are two types of minerals, macro then trace minerals. Macro means they are needed in large quantities like calcium, magnesium, sodium and potassium. Whereas trace minerals, they are needed in very small quantity like iron, zinc, copper and iodine. So what are the examples for the macro minerals? Calcium, magnesium, sodium and potassium. Examples for trace minerals, iron, zinc, copper and iodine. So if your bones have to be strong and teeth has to be strong, what mineral you have to have? You have to eat calcium. Where is calcium found? In milk and many other products, egg, etc. Similarly, if you some minerals are found in salt, tomato, guava. So all these guava is rich in potassium, so which is very good for your health because it is a macro mineral, no potassium. Salt contains sodium, which is a macro mineral. Even this tomato contains magnesium, which is good for your health. So now let's move to the next one, roughage or dietary fibers. So now let us see about roughage or dietary fibers. So roughage is nothing but the fiber rich food. So some of the portion of the plant food that remain undigested and do not provide any nutrient to our body but provides bulk to our food is called roughage. The food that remains undigested and do not provide any nutrients but provide bulk to our body is called roughage or dietary fibers. However, roughage helps in maintaining a healthy digestive system. Roughage helps in maintaining a healthy digestive system. So the digestion process will be easy if you eat lots of roughage rich food, that is the fiber rich food. So there are two types of dietary fibers, soluble and insoluble. Soluble fibers are soluble in water. Example may be apple, strawberry, peach and rice are examples. Or food items rich in soluble fibers. Whereas whole grain, carrot, cabbage, turnip and cauliflower, they are examples of insoluble fibers. Lack of insoluble fibers present in the diet causes stool to become hard and difficult to pass. This condition is called constipation. All of us should have a morning, you have to clear up your stomach. If it is not happening properly, then it is called constipation. If the stools become hard, if you are not eating properly, roughage rich food, that is dietary food, then what happens? The stools will become hard and you are not able to pass your stools, and that condition is called constipation. Lack of insoluble fibers in diet causes stool to become hard and difficult to pass. This condition you call it as constipation. So roughage, even though that does not provide any nutrient to the body, it provides bulk, that is the digestion. It helps and moves out the unnecessary waste from our body. Then very important one is water. Water is very, very important for our body. 70% of the body is made up of water only. Blood contains water. So our body needs water. What and all the functions of the water? It helps to transport substances inside our body so that all the food can be easily carried to all parts of the body. Only if you drink water, it helps to transport substances inside our body. It helps to absorb nutrients from food. It helps to regulate our body temperature. It is needed for various chemical reactions such as digestion and excretion, which takes place inside our body. So it helps in absorption of nutrients from the food, transport of substances, regulate the body temperature, and it is needed for various reactions like digestion, excretion that is taking place inside our body. So we have to drink lots of water. So we get water not only from the liquids we drink, but also from the milk, fruits, vegetables, and juices. They are also good sources of water. How much water you have to drink? We need to drink at least 2 to 3 liters of water per day to keep healthy. So for us to be healthy, you have to drink at least 2 to 3 liters of water. So that is the importance of water. So how should you have your food? A balanced diet. You should eat a balanced diet. What is a balanced diet? A diet that contains adequate amount of different nutrients in right proportion along with roughage and water required for the healthy functioning of our body is called a balanced diet. A diet that contains adequate amount of different nutrients in the right proportion along with roughage and water required for healthy functioning of our body is called a balanced diet. So a balanced diet includes food items from different groups. Like the balanced diet, you have milk group, meat group, fruits and vegetable group, grain groups. So you have to include everything. You should include milk and milk products, meat, chicken, etc. And meat substitute means if you are a vegetarian, you can eat beans, peas, nuts, seeds, etc. All fruits and vegetables you have to eat. You should also eat breads, cereals, etc. So this picture shows you what are the balanced diet, how you should have. You should have lots of fruits and vegetables, rice, milk, food, meat, etc. I believe all will have a healthy diet and a balanced diet and live a happy and healthy life. Similarly, to protect you from this corona disease, you have to have a healthy diet so that you will be free from the diseases. So now let's recap children. Carbohydrates, proteins, fats, minerals and dietary fibers are the main components of food. Carbohydrates and fats provide energy to the body. Proteins are needed for muscle building and repairing of worn out tissues. Vitamins and minerals are needed for normal functioning of our body. A balanced diet should include food items from all our basic food groups. So I believe you understood the lesson. So you have to eat a balanced diet. You should have had all the nutrients, carbohydrate rich, protein rich food, fats, minerals and vitamins, etc. So that you will have a good food. Okay, children, now I have given you an assignment which tells you to fill in the blanks and answer the following. Apart from this, you have book back exercises. You go through it, go through the lesson and have a better understanding. I believe all are safe and understood the lesson better. Read the lesson, children. Thank you, children. See the assignment. Eat better, feel better. Have a nice day. Bye. Thank you.